if I get you correctly, sir, you said from the report by the committee, it means that Nnamdi Kanu has already been indicted due to the findings by the committee. So where is the presumption of innocence? If the committee was going to be set up, why was it brought to court and why was it rearranged and allowed to take its plea? Why isn't the court allowed to do its job and we wait to see the outcome? And what is the possibility that the court will not align itself with the findings of the committee? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Indictment, for your information, is a judicial function. And with that in mind, Nnamdi has indeed been arraigned and charged before a court of law. What we are doing here today is a public interest aspect of it. Nigerians are entitled to know the factual situation as it relates to associated charges filed before the court of law. So whether the presumption of innocence, as you raised by your question, is never affected, taking into consideration the responsibility and function of indictment, conviction and sentence is purely judicial function, and the matter has been taken to court. So the court, as a final arbiter, will eventually determine. So no presumption of innocence has been displaced arising from the information provided by the Office of the Attorney General on account of the public interest, public constitutional interest that has been established constitutionally for the Office of the Attorney General to act in the spirit of public interest, which include providing information to Nigerians as to set of things inclusive of the investigation report. Thank you.
Right, everyone, welcome to Pulse Media. We have in the news the particular Attorney General that was responsible for capturing Nnamdi Kanu. He was arraigned before Federal High Court on the account of money laundering, and the matter has been lingering for some time now, and then finally it was let out of the hook. And then I'm sure you know the details of the matter. He was alleged to have stolen billions and then laundered it in properties and many more, real estate. In fact, the family, the child, the wife was also roped in, and later on he was granted a bail. I'm sure you are aware of Malami. Malami was the Attorney General during the era of late President Buhari. Now Malami, of course, has been released, and a lot of people from the Southeast will not want to forgive him for the role he played during the extradition in such a terrible manner of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was taken, was brought in from Kenya in a way that violated his right as a human being, and a lot of people keep saying that, how can you do this to your fellow human being? Is this not wickedness? Now, let's not forget that Patrice Lumumba, that great orator, said that he's a lawyer. I don't know, but I think it's Kenya. I don't know if he's from Kenya, but he went to Kenya and got a judgment in favor of Kanu. He told the court that the way Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and brought into Nigeria to face justice isn't correct, and he got that judgment in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu, ever since then, of course, got he also got some claim for damage. But ever since then, Nnamdi Kanu has been facing trial, and then few months back, he was sentenced to life imprisonment. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of people, a lot of people see Nnamdi Kanu as somebody, one of the greatest, if not currently the greatest Igbo man on earth right now, and shouldn't be toyed with. And then we have Malami, that has a lot of counts and charges against him, who once was responsible for such heart of bringing Nnamdi Kanu to this country in such a disgraceful manner. Let us not forget that Nnamdi Kanu was covered. It's like that was the kind of I think the man was kidnapped in Kenya and then brought to Nigeria to serve justice, and today he's in the Sokoto state custody. Now, the judge that granted bail to that particular man, this Malami, the Attorney General of late Buhari, is from Igbo land, Nwite, Justice Nwite, or thereabout. He granted him bail. But of course, we are not playing ethnic politics here. I think a lot of people from eastern part of Nigeria will see that as a generous act. We see it as the generosity of the Igbo people. That despite the fact that particular man, wasn't doing well for our people, we were giving, one of our own still gave you, right to freedom. Now, yes, the law permits that certain offenses are bailable offenses, but of course, whether we like it or not, we still have to wrap this matter within Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu's matter is still ongoing. I think by January 20, thereby they will be sitting on his matter again. The same court that sentenced him to Sokoto prison, we still work on his matter to take him away from Sokoto prison and bring him probably to Abuja, to Kuje, where he will be there to be part of his appeal court decision. Now, is the one of the grounds that were given by that by Honorable Justice Omotosho is that it's not you don't have the Nnamdi Kanu, an applicant doesn't need, or defendant rather, a defendant doesn't need to be present during his appeal, that his lawyers will be present for him and do everything. But of course, I think his lawyers want him to be present during the appeal, know what is happening, and then get brief from him, all this and that. But of course, we still keep our fingers crossed. But the news here is that Malami, who was charged with corruption, and then it is a corruption allegation hanging around him. He was sued by the EFCC. He's now out. For his offense, a bailable offense, and he was bailed and he was bailed and then was discharged on the account of bail by an Igbo judge, Justice Nwite. So we continue to watch and keep our fingers crossed on this matter. See how this pans out. If Malami may come out in future to say something about Kanu, which probably may help his trial. We never can tell. He was the Attorney General when Nnamdi Kanu was brought into this country. Possibly there could be something, there could be some hidden fact that could get Nnamdi Kanu out of that prison. No one knows. But we continue to watch, keep our finger crossed. So I want to know, in your opinion, has justice really been served by Justice Nwite to the man that brought Nnamdi Kanu into this country? Has justice been served to the man that brought Kanu into this country? Let me know in the comment section. Once again, has justice truly been served to the man that brought Nnamdi Kanu to this country in a disgraceful manner? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is Pulse Media. I'll see you in another video.